Now let us take a look at question number 7th. You have to find out the 31st term of an AP whose 11th term is 38 and 16th term is 73. Now this is what the question is. You have to find out the 31st term of AP. That means you have to find out A31. And what you have been given is 11th term and 16th term. So if 11th term is given, that means A11 is given, and if 16th term is given, that means A16 is given. So you're going to use these two, and with the help of these two you will find out A31, and this is similar to question number 4th. Sorry, it is similar to question number 3. In question number 3 also we were given 2 terms of the AP and we had to find out the missing terms, but instead of finding the missing term they have specified which term you have to find out. So you have been given 2 terms, 11th and the 16th term. Using these two you have to find out the term they have asked for. And if you remember question number 3, you would know how we did that question. The first step is to find out A and D, and then find the required term by applying the formula for the same. So we will be making equations from these two. Solving those equations, we will find A and D, and then using A and D we will find out A31. So let's make equations. We have been given that A11 is 38. This means A plus 10D is 38. Let's number this as 1. And we have been given that A16 is 73. This means A plus 15D is 73. Numbering this as 2. Now we will be solving equation number 1 and equation number 2 and find out the values of A and D. So I'm going to subtract using elimination to find out A and D. A plus 15D equals to 73. Subtracting the first equation from here, changing the signs. So from here D comes out to be 7. Now let us use this value of D in either equation number 1 or equation number 2 to find out A. So use D equals to 7 in equation number 1, which is A plus 10D equals to 38. On using the value of D equals to 7 in equation number 1, this is what I get. I have obtained A as minus 32. Now I have the value for A as well as D. Now I can find out the missing term or the term they have asked for. So I can write down the 31st term. It will be A plus 30D. Use the values of A and D. Minus 32 plus 30 multiplied with 7, and this gives me the answer as 178. So the 31st term of the given AP is 178. I want you to note down one thing, that in this particular exercise, question number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 16th and 18th, these questions are similar to each other. So you have been given some relation, or you have been actually given the values of the terms of AP. Either there will be values of the terms or there will be a relation between terms of AP they are talking about. Using that we will be able to find out A and D, and then we will work out what they are asking for. So just keep in mind these questions are similar and we will be doing them in a similar way. Let us do question number 8 now. In question number 8 they are saying an AP consists of 50 terms. The third term is 12. Last term is 106. Find the 29th term. Just like the previous question, you have been given 2 terms and you have to find out some other term. So let's write this down. There are 50 terms in the AP. This is the first thing that's given to us. And why do we require this? Because they are saying that there are 50 terms and then they are referring to the last term. So if we know how many terms are there, we would know what is the position of the last term. They have given the third term. The third term is 12 and the last term is 106. So last term would mean 50th term. This is 106. Now we are going to make two equations using these two. From here it will be a plus 2d equals to 12. Let's mark this as number 1. From here it will be a plus 49d. This is equal to 106. This is equation number 2. Let's solve these two equations. Again, I'm going to use the elimination method. So second equation minus the first equation. So I get 47d equals to 94. From here the value of d equals to 2. I'm going to use this value of d either in equation number 1 or in equation number 2 to find out a. Let's put it in first equation. Put d equals to 2 in equation number 1. Equation number 1 is a plus 2d equals to 12. So after replacing d by its value, a comes out to be 8. Once you have obtained the first term and the common difference, now you can find out the term they are asking for. You have to find out the 29th term. So now I can find out the 29th term. A29 is equal to a plus 28d. Use the values of a and d which you have obtained. So this is the answer. Let's look at 9th question. The third and the 9th term of the AP are 4 and minus 8. Which term of the AP is 0? Now this is a combination of third and fourth question. You have been given two terms and then you find out that at what place you will see 0 in the given AP. Let's start by writing down what's given to us. We have been given the third and the 9th term. So the third term and the 9th term are given. The third term is 4 and the 9th term is minus 8. I'm going to write this using standard representation. A3 is 4. So this actually means a plus 2d equals to 4. Mark this as number 1. 9th term represented as A9, the value is minus 8 and this actually means that A plus 8D equals to minus 8. I've got two equations and the purpose is now to find out A and D with the help of these two equations. I'm going to subtract the two equations. From here d comes out to be minus 2. Substitute this value in equation 1 or equation 2 and then find out a. Put d equals to minus 2 in equation number 1. Equation number 1 is a plus 2d equals to 4. So this will be a plus 2 multiplied with minus 2 equals to 4. From here the value of a is 8. So now I have first term and the common difference. Now we will focus on what they are asking. They are saying that the AP they are talking about has 0 somewhere in the list. You have to find out at what place 0 would be. So let us say, because we are having 0 in the list, so we are assuming let AN be 0. So there is a term in the AP whose answer is 0. So that's what we are assuming here. So AN equals to 0 This means a plus n minus 1 times d equals to 0. Let's use the value of a and d as we have obtained. 8 plus n minus 1 multiplied with the common difference minus 2. Keeping the product on left hand side, transposing 8 to the right hand side. Simplifying. So at fifth place, we will find fifth term will be 0. If you want, you can roughly check it, because the first term is 8. This is the first term and the common difference is minus 2. So if you have to write down the AP, we will have 8 minus 2. The next term will be 6. This is the first term. The next term will be 6. The third term will be 4, combining the common difference. Fourth term will be 2 and the fifth term will be 0. So this is what we wanted to find out. At what place you will see 0 in the AP? We will see 0 at the fifth place. Fifth term of the given AP is 0. And it's not always possible to do it this way. That's why we work with the formula. Let us look at question number 10th of the exercise. You have been given 17th term of AP exceeds a 10th term by 7. Find the common difference. So it's a direct question. You have been given a relation between two terms of the AP, and using that relation you have to find out the common difference. Let us see how we are going to find the answer. You have been given that the 17th term exceeds 10th term by 7. Now it's important to understand what this means. The word exceeds, it means more than. To exceed means to be more than. So 17th term is more than 10th term by 7. If I had to write this mathematically, how would I write this down? So if I had to write this mathematically, how would I write it down? Let's first put the terms in their forms of general representation. 17th term can be written as A17 and the 10th term can be written as A10. So this means A17 is more than or bigger than A10 by 7. So A17 will be written as equals to more than A10. So it will be A10 plus something, and that something is 7. Using this, we will form an equation. Now I will just write this as A17 equals to A10 plus 7. Now you could also write it in this way, that 17th term minus A10 is 7. These are the two ways in which you can make an equation from the given statement. When we say that 17th term is more than 10th term, it can also mean that it is bigger than the 10th term. So there are two terms. One of the term is bigger and the second one is smaller. And how much bigger is this term is given as 7. So simply stating, we could mean that the difference between the two terms is 7. The bigger term minus the smaller term, the answer is 7. Now let's use the formula to find out the nth term and solve this. 17th term minus the 10th term is equal to 7. 17th term will be a plus 16d. The 10th term will be a plus 9d. Solving, open the brackets and change the signs. A gets cancelled, so I get 7d equals to 7. From here, the common difference comes out to be 1, and this is what I was asked to find out. Let's look at question number 11th. Which term of the AP will be 132 more than its 54th term? So I've just written the question here, They are saying there is a term in this AP. They have given the AP. It will be 132 more than 54th term. The first thing that I want to do here is, with the help of the given AP, I'm going to write down the first term and the common difference. Now this is the first step which I've told you to do every time you have been given an AP. So using this AP, the first term is 3. So the value of A is 3. This is the first term. And then we want to find out the common difference. Subtracting two consecutive terms, going backwards, the common difference is 12. Once you have obtained these two, now let us focus at the question. They are saying which term will be 132 more than 54th term. So this is what the question is. And what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to assume that the term is AN. Let the term be AN. So we are just assuming that there will be a term in the AP, say AN. We don't know the term, we don't know its position, so just a general representation, AN. So AN will be 132 more than 54th term. This will mean that AN equals to 54th term plus 132. This is what you will have. And you don't need to write this. This is only for you to understand. You will be writing this, that let the required term be AN. And after this you will write down then AN equals to A54 plus 132. Now the only thing you want to do is, you want to just simplify this and find out N. So AN is given by A plus N minus 1 times D. A54 will be A plus 53D plus 132. So just simplifying, A will be cancelled. N minus 1, I don't have the value of N, so this stays as such. The common difference is 12. Let's use the value. 53 multiplied with the common difference again 12 plus 132. So this is 12 times N minus 1 equals to, simplifying this, so I obtain 636 plus 132. So this will be 12 into N minus 1 equals to 768. So N comes out to be 65. So the 65th term will be 132 more than 54th term. And if you want, you can actually check it. You can find out the 54th term, you can find out the 65th term, and the relation you will see is that if you add 132 to 54th term, the value of the 54th term, the answer will be same as the value of the 65th term. Question number 16th. I have left a few questions. We will come back to those questions after completing the ones which are similar to each other. So right now we are focusing on questions which are similar to question number 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So after 11th question, I'm skipping 4 questions, and we are doing 16th and 18th question, and then we will cover the rest of the questions. So question number 16th is, determine the AP whose third term is given to you and the 7th term exceeds the 5th term by 12. Let's write this down. You have been given that the third term is 16, and the other thing that's been given is 7th term exceeds the 5th term by 12. So I'm going to write this down mathematically. Third term means A3, it is 16, so this will be A plus 2D equals to 16. Let's mark this as number 1. Going to the second condition that's given to me, 7th term exceeds the 5th term by 12. Now we have discussed this, what this means. Exceeds means to be more than. So seventh term is bigger than or more than fifth term, and the difference between the two terms is 12. So this will mean A7 minus A5 is 12. Let's use the values of these two. Seventh term will be A plus 6D. Fifth term will be A plus 4D. The difference is 12. Simplify and obtain your second relation. Open the brackets, change signs and simplify. From here you are able to obtain the value of D, the common difference, directly. Let's use it in 1. A plus 2D equals to 16. So the value of A from here comes out to be 4. And you had to actually find out the AP itself. Now you have the first term, you have the common difference, the AP. So the AP will be the first term, it's 4. The second term will be obtained by adding the common difference to the first term. So it will be A1 plus D. This will be 4. The common difference is 6. This will be 10. A3. Take the second term, add the common difference. So this will be 10 plus 6, it is 16. Then for the fourth term, add the common difference to the third term. So third term is 16, adding the common difference 22, and so on. If you want, you can just list it. First term is 4, then we have 10, then we have 16, then we have 22, and so on. This is the AP we require. Let us do question number 18. The sum of the fourth and eighth term of an AP is 24, and the sum of 6th and 10th term is 44. Find the first 3 terms of the AP. It is also similar to the previous question, question number 16. So I've just written what's given to me. I have been given that sum of 4th and 8th term is 24. Writing it in mathematical form, A4 the 4th term, A8 8th term, sum is 24, and on the other side the 6th term and the 10th term added together give 44. Let's put the values of A4, A8 and A6 and A10. This will be A plus 3D, the 4th term. 8th term will be A plus 7D. Simplifying, you will get 2A plus 10D equals to 24. If you want, you can take 2 common, or you can just leave it as such. This is equation number 1. On the other side, we have A plus 5D. This is the 6th term. Then the 10th term will be A plus 9D. This is the sum is 44 on this side. Again, when you simplify, you will get 2A plus 14D equals to 44. Now the purpose is to find out the first 3 terms of the AP, and as the rule suggests, use the equations to find out A and D, and then we can write down as many terms as we want. And to find out A and D, I'm going to use elimination here. I'm going to subtract the 2 equations. From the second equation, subtracting the first one. So from here, D comes out to be 5. The common difference for the AP is 5. Now we have to find out the first term of the AP. I'm going to use this value in equation number 1. Use D equals to 5 in equation number 1, which is 2A plus 10D equals to 24. From here, the first term of the AP comes out to be minus 13. We have the first term, we have the common difference. Now we can write down the first 3 terms of the AP. A1, the first term is A itself, it's minus 13. To obtain the second term, I'm going to add the common difference to the first term. So minus 13 plus the common difference. This is minus 8. And then the third term, I will take second term, add the common difference. So minus 8 plus 5, this is minus 3. First term, second term and the third term. This is the answer for this question.